Good morning, Econ class. I just wanted to do a quick review. Of course, you know today is a test. It's going to be on supply and demand for the most part. Do a quick review with you guys. I'll try and put some PowerPoint slides up. If not, they're already in Google Classroom for you guys to study. But having said all that, the price system is something that we're going to talk about. And remember that a price system um, is a way that we determine what the best price is. So the force that determines price is called supply and demand. So supply and demand, of course, as we've already studied, is a situation where the consumers, the producers, and the suppliers need to know how much to put in the marketplace, how much to sell it for. All right, and supply and demand answer those questions. Let's see. The place where those two forces meet is the marketplace. So think of the Walmart. Think of the car dealership. Think of the gas station. It's where you go to exchange your money for a good or a service. All right. And then they need to know as the supplier how much to supply you at what price. And then you need to know the price so that you know how much and when you want it. Okay. And then where those two lines intersect, all right, where those two lines intersect is going to be called equilibrium price. That's that happy place in the market that we've talked about where you find the price is good enough for the consumer and the producer and supplier. So they're making enough money, but the consumer isn't paying too much, and the right amount of the product is in the marketplace. So it's called equilibrium. Now, um, demand. We need to talk about that real quick. Demand can be considered a schedule. Hopefully, you guys remember me showing you. It's basically like a little chart on a board, not the graph, the chart. And the chart shows at a given price, this quantity will be demanded. So, demand is a schedule which shows the various amounts of a product that consumers are willing and able to buy at each price during a specified period of time. So, that means that if it's $1, people are willing to buy one. Okay, if it's 50 cents, they might be willing to buy two. If it's $2, they might not be willing to buy any. All right, so an example, this would be bathing suits, right? So guys, they have different prices during the summertime and during the wintertime based upon how much people want them. During the summertime, they're going to be able to get away with flooding the market with some more bathing suits and charging more money for them because people are saying, oh, it's summertime, gotta go swimming. Now, in the wintertime, you'll probably see better deals on these bathing suits, but they'll be a little bit less available. All right. The law of demand says that as the price of an item decreases, the quantity demanded will increase. All right. What that means is it has an inverse relationship. So, essentially, whatever the price does, the quantity demanded will do the opposite. So if price goes down, people want more. Price goes up, people want less. That's demand. Remember, demand to the dirt, and supply to the sky. All right, it's an inverse relationship for demand. The demand curve is a line graph like we've drawn several times in class, and it shows the amount of a product that will be purchased at every price. Okay, remember it's always down sloping, demand to the dirt. A change of the curve to the right or left, if you see the curve actually do what's called shift, it's called a shift, and that means that the amount demanded has changed at every given price. So there's demand shift, and then there's movement along the curve. Okay, when it's just moving along the curve, the demand is pretty much staying the same. The only variable is price, and demand changes. When there's an actual shift, some sort of other external factor has occurred, and it causes the entire line to shift no matter what the price is. All right, now let's talk about supply. Supply schedule, just like a demand schedule. It shows the quantity supplied, all right, and then you have the price and the quantity supplied. So, the law of supply states that the quantity of a commodity, that's a good or a service, supplied varies directly with its price. So remember, supply to the sky goes up. That curve always goes up. All right. Now, the important thing is that this is a congruent relationship. It's an agreeable relationship. The more money they can charge for the product, then the more they will produce. All right. The more they can charge for the product, the more they'll produce. So remember, demand is an inverse relationship. That means it doesn't agree. All right. Price goes up, demand goes down. Well, supply, price goes up, supply goes up. They want to sell more of them. Okay. That's why these lines will eventually meet in the middle. All right. The number of goods and services offered for sale increases as the price increases. And the supply curve will always slope upwards from left to right. Remember, we read left to right, so demand curves, right, start from the left and go down to the right, and supply curves start from the left and move up to the right, left to right. Then equilibrium price is simply a situation where you find the point that both of these lines intersect. And once both of these lines intersect, you've got a situation where you can be sure this is the appropriate amount for us to charge, and this is the appropriate amount for us to have for sale. Okay, equilibrium price is where the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supplied, is the actual definition. All right, so the big takeaway not to forget, a change along the curve indicates a change in price. So if it just moves along the curve that's already there, it's just a change in price. All right, and that's for supply and demand. A change of the curve itself, when the entire curve has moved right or left, and that's supply or demand, it is an across the board change. It's changed, the amount has changed at every price. All right, every possible price. So that's a quick review. One other thing I think I wanted to look at for you guys was a few images that I'll put up, and basically what it'll be is just illustrating a couple different possibilities with the curves, so you can see them. There'll be about 20 test questions on supply and demand total. So go through. You'll see underneath Unit 3 study material for test. All right, Unit 3 study material for test. That's where you will see all the material you need to study, review, the PowerPoints, whole 9 yards. Okay, so you're going to take this test on Tuesday. All right, test on Tuesday. You're going to have several assignments located in Google Classroom. So once you've watched this video with the sub, at that point, rows A, B, C, D, E, F, in that order, one row at a time, you guys go up to the Chromebook cart, grab a Chromebook, and then begin the assignment that's here under Unit 3. All right, begin the assignment that's here under Unit 3. Your test will be tomorrow, Tuesday. All right, March the 5th, Tuesday. All right, guys, it's only 7 minutes and 55 seconds, about 8 minutes. Good luck. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.